Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening to us at. I'm Stacy.
And I'm Anna.
And this is, of course, Toxis. So I'm going to start out by telling you about a weird dream I had last night. Okay. So I had a dream that my mother and Tommy Lee from Motley Crue, yes, that's that weird. Tommy Lee, were trying to sneakily feed me a weed edible. And they had it in the chicken. My mom's homemade fried chicken, which is fucking delicious. And I was eating it and I was like, oh, Mom, this is really good. And her and Tommy Lee looked at each other and sort of snickered. And I was like, what the fuck? That's weird.
Super strange.
Yeah. So then I'm laying in a bed with Tommy Lee. Nothing sexual. We were both clothed. He was facing away from me. Steve Carell walks in.
What?
And he walks in the door. And he's all like bundled up for like heavy duty winter.
Like I do when we go outside?
Worse. Okay? Bundled up for like heavy duty winter. And he's saying something, but I can't hear what, I see his mouth moving, but I can't hear what he's saying. And on his back is strapped a tiny little Sherpa. Like a baby-sized Sherpa is strapped to his back.
Like a what?
You know what a Sherpa is? They help you go up Mount Everest? Yeah. So a tiny, itty-bitty little Sherpa is strapped to his back. And I was like, I guess he's going mountain climbing? Like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, Tommy Lee is like, you see that thing on my back? And I'm like, what? What's on your back? And he goes, I got a third nipple on my back. And I was like, oh, yeah. I said, you'd be surprised how many people actually are born with third nipples. It's quite a lot of people. And he was like, oh, that's cool. And then, yeah, I was just like peeking out from the fucking weed edible. And yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so that was a weird dream. So if anybody fucking analyzes dreams, let me know, dude, because that was fucked up. All kinds of fucked up. What do you got going on?
Nothing, really.
Yes.
I had a call with my dad at 1 today that I forgot about, apparently.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Oh, gonna have to put it back a little bit now. I just asked you in the car, too. Don't you have to talk to your dad today? You're like, nah, I think that's next week.
Yeah, well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess we'll get right into this then, eh?
Mm-hmm.
We are doing Reddit stories today. I picked the theme. And the theme today, Hannah.
What's the theme today?
Fetishes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is going to be so fucked up.
You should be
Is
excited.
there a prosthetic leg?
Not that I read.
An emotional support leg?
An emotional support leg. That was great. Okay, so let's do this one from 5 years ago.
Okay.
She's a classic. Now, I guess. Okay.
What's the title?
This is from Relationship Advice. The user, the OP or whatever, is deleted. So they have a deleted account. And it's called My Female 28 Boyfriend, Male 32, recently asked me to be involved with his fetish. Then it escalated. Okay? Okay.
So female is 28, boyfriend's 22. That's
32.
Young.
32.
32 boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say 22 is pretty young.
Okay, so a few weeks ago, my boyfriend asked me about things I might be interested in doing in the bedroom. We talked about different things. He brought up chastity and how he'd like to try it with someone else keeping the key for a month. Apparently, Locktober is a thing.
Oh, God.
I've never really done anything like that, but okay, what's the harm? And it might be fun having him frustrated and spending his time pleasing me. I don't really understand it still, though. I love having sex with him, and I don't know why he'd want to stop. Anyway, all that is fine. I can get on board. Kinda. But after talking about it further, he wants me to kind of order him around, only let him out occasionally and even sleep with other men.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this guy's fucking hardcore, apparently.
He wants her to sleep with other men, or
Well, he's locked up.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to do any of this. He's a tall, broad-shouldered, handsome guy who up until recently has been very manly and assertive. We have a great sex life. I just want to have normal sex. He keeps saying, just give it a few weeks, then we can decide. But if he wants these things, will he be happy with normal sex? Is there a way for us to go back to how things were?
I don't know. I've really never had this happen to me, so I'm really intrigued. I don't know if you want that kind of intense shit. I don't think normal sex is going to cut it for you if I were to guess.
Not once you do it.
Yeah.
The cat's out of the bag then, you know? Like, Pandora's box is
already
open.
There.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what she said here about him being a manly man and stuff like that, usually people who are extremely controlling or in control or a boss, usually in some part of their life, they want to be the submissive.
And it's usually in the behind closed doors, in the bedroom.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, relevant comments. Please don't do it. Ask if it's a deal breaker for him. You'll hate yourself if you force yourself into sexual scenarios you aren't comfortable with.
Yep. Relationships
rarely last forever, but the damage they can do. But the damage they do can. Sorry, I read that wrong. Let's see here. Stuff like this should always be about consent. If you're okay just trying parts of it, say that. I think he's definitely pushing a lot on you, asking for all of that at once. But if you're uncomfortable and don't want to do it at all, say that. You have every right to set boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely. But you have to be prepared that relationship might not be for him if you're not interested in those things. Not to hurt her or anything, but usually you have to be on the same level in several components for a relationship to be successful, and sex is the big one.
Oh, I was going to say, definitely sexually you have to be...
Yeah, sex is top priority.
On the same wavelength
there.
So,
yeah, I don't disagree to saying no if you ain't into it.
Yeah.
But be prepared that you guys are going to hit a wall and one's going to grow without the other, and you're going to go in separate directions.
Yeah. Because if I feel like it just started out with, okay, lock me up.
And then
have sex with other men. I think it's just going to sort of keep escalating maybe.
Or maybe
soon you might be swinging.
Or maybe he could have brought it on very slowly.
Yeah.
And she could have, eased herself into the stages. Maybe not. Maybe if it wasn't brought up all at once, she'd be more interested.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Anyway, update. We have talked a lot.
Motherfucker.
He tells me I waited till she was drinking. We have talked a lot. He tells me our relationship means more to him than his fetish. And if it means he won't do any of the things he spoke about. I don't know if he means that fully or not, but I am willing to be open to some new things. Thank you for all your advice, except everyone who told me to leave immediately. Your words really helped us talk about it.
Yeah, why would
sometimes
you say leave immediately?
Yeah. Sometimes if OP's spouse, if OP shows them the Reddit and all the comments, sometimes then they get oh, yeah. You know? It's not just coming from your partner, it's coming from a bunch of different people, so that's it for the update, so we don't have anything else.
Well, the fact that the relationship is more important than his weird fetishes, that shows that he gives a shit.
Yep.
And that those things are not top priority for him. Yeah, he was interested, but if you're not, it's cool.
And maybe they can explore some other things that aren't so extreme. Yeah. There is still bondage.
Levels.
You can have bondage just between the two of you. Role play. Other kind of kinks.
He could be the maid, or he could be the plumber.
Yep. Yep. The pizza guy.
Yeah, pizza delivery.
Oh no, I don't have enough money to pay you. Whatever will I do?
I should have thought of that before I ordered it, but I didn't, so here we are.
And I just happened to open the door for my pizza naked. What could I possibly do?
That's not questionable at all.
No.
Some shitty-ass porno.
Yeah. I remember I watched one with an ex, and the girl got her big toe stuck in the faucet in the bathtub, and she had to call a plumber. Yeah, and before he ever got her out, he like fucking had his way with her and shit, and her toe was just stuck there, which was weird because he was turning her over and shit like that, and yeah.
So strange.
Yeah.
Who gets their toe stuck in the faucet?
I know.
Whatever.
I know. I was like,
that is so fucking
I get
cheesy.
this is just about the sex, but
honestly,
a little bit of a story,
a little bit real.
You know? Yeah. Yeah. That was funny.
God damn.
Okay, moving on. This is from
moving upward?
Yes. This is from 10 years ago.
Oh, this is vintage.
Yeah. It's from r/relationships again. And it is called, y'all ready for this?
Yes.
It's from Fat Belly Fetish. And it's my 23 male fetish is ruining my relationship with my girlfriend, 23 female, of almost 2 years. He says, I'll try to keep this as concise as possible. I have a belly fetish. I get sexually aroused by women who have chubby bellies. And in my opinion, the single sexiest thing on the face of the planet is a woman overeating, gaining weight on purpose, and intentionally getting fatter. This is a true fetish in the sense that I literally cannot have an orgasm unless I'm at least thinking about a woman with a chubby belly. My girlfriend is very thin, 5'7" and 120 pounds, but I fell in love with her nonetheless. Our relationship has its fair share of problems, but overall we're making it work. I was open with her about my fetish, and while she admittedly thinks it's disgusting, she's sometimes willing to push her belly out for me when we have sex. She is adamantly opposed to the idea of gaining weight, which I've respected, even though I have to admit that it's disappointing for me that she's dead set on staying thin. I also realize that if she doesn't want to gain weight, then that's her decision. Obviously, it's her fucking body, so yeah. I've always been a thin guy as well, 6 feet and 145 pounds. But recently, I put on 12 pounds unintentionally. Even though 157 pounds on a 6-foot frame still sounds thin. Really thin.
It is thin.
It's actually made a pretty noticeable difference. My belly sticks out now, and it's much softer than before. And even though I know it sounds insane, these changes are incredibly arousing for me.
So maybe you should just be a fat guy instead of trying to make everybody else around you fat.
Maybe so. Not only do I love the little bit of weight I've gained, I'd love to gain 23 more pounds for a final goal of 180 pounds, which is still within the range of a medically healthy weight for my height, but hopefully enough to grow a nice belly.
So gross.
He wants a dad bod. That's what he wants. The problem is that my girlfriend has reacted extremely negatively to my weight gain. She's called me fat and disgusting. That's not cool.
That's mean.
And has directly told me not only that she'll dump me if I gain more weight, but also that she'll break up with me if I don't lose the 12 pounds I've gained and go back to my previous weight of 145 pounds. Personally, I think she's overreacting a bit.
For 6 feet tall, 140 pounds is too thin.
That's pretty thin, yep. He thinks she's overacting, given that it's only 12 pounds and that I still only weigh 157 pounds at 6 feet. But then again, I do have to admit that I have a little belly now. The belly couldn't be that big.
12 pounds?
12 pounds?
Well, 12 pounds is a lot.
It is, but...
On a very tiny frame, it might seem that way. 12 pounds on a thicker frame, you wouldn't even fucking notice it.
That's true.
But still.
So I'm torn on what to do, if I'm being totally honest. I would be on cloud 9 if I could just meet a woman who was okay with me being chubby, wanted to gain weight herself, and got turned on by belly play during sex. But I'm also reasonable enough to know that the chances of that happening are slim to none, given the rarity and absurdity of my fetish.
I don't believe it's rare or absurd at all.
I don't think so either.
And I'm sure if you jumped on a fetish website, you'd find a lot of women who were equally into the same thing.
Yep. Go to FetLife. It's a thing.
Yep. I actually just learned about FetLife from one of my gaming friends.
I used to be on FetLife.
I didn't know it existed.
So what should I do? I never met anyone off FetLife, but... So what should I do? Do I lose the weight and keep it off, forever repressing what is an integral part of my sexuality? I hate with a passion that I have this fetish, but I'll never be truly satisfied unless both my partner and I have bellies. Or do I throw away a decent relationship over a fetish that I'll likely never meet anyone willing to explore anyway? Also, worth noting is that my girlfriend seemed perfectly content with our sex life before I gained weight, so I don't think sexual incompatibility is an issue on her part.
Yeah, but she also called you fat.
Mm-hmm.
She called you disgusting.
Which is terrible.
Said if you gained any more weight, she would break up with you. At first...
And if you don't lose the 12 pounds you've already gained, she's still going to break up with them.
Yeah, that seems...
a bit extreme.
Well, at first I was like, oh, it's disappointing that she won't gain weight. Listen, motherfucker, you got with her being thin.
Exactly.
If you wanted a bigger woman, I've had this conversation with a previous partner of mine. If you wanted a bigger woman, why did you pick somebody small that you're trying to make fat?
Yep.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yep.
Pick a bigger woman to begin with. Pick what you want to begin with. Don't pick something else and trying to make them into what you want. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yep.
But now she's calling you fat and disgusting. She's obviously shallow. She's obviously a cocksucker. I would totally break up with her and find somebody on a site or somebody who has similar interests and similar fetishes so you can have the relationship you want and deserve.
You know, I'm a big girl. Hannah's thin. I'm a big girl. Always have been. There are big girls out there who are going to love that you appreciate her body so much. My ex
tons of us
preferred big girls, and he could not get enough of my body.
Yeah, there's chicks out there that will love you being a skinny fucking thin tall guy too. And especially big girls.
There are going to be people out there who like belly play.
Yeah. There's gotta be.
There's porn about everything, so people must like it. There's porn about every fucking fetish. There's gotta be belly play porn.
I'm sure if you typed it into fucking Internet Explorer right now, you'd probably find millions. If not billions. Of hits.
Yeah,
so no doubt. Get on FetLife and get yourself the girl that you want instead of fucking being content with girls that you don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand picking something that isn't what you want and trying to turn it into what you want.
But I think maybe a lot of it has to do with societal norms too. Like maybe this guy, maybe not now, but maybe when he was younger or something, maybe he thought, I have to be with a thin girl because everyone's with thin girls. You know what I mean? Kind of all my buddies are with thinnish girls and shit like that.
But why do you have
it's sort of the societal norm.
Why do you have to get shit out of the same fucking boring box that everybody else gets shit out of?
True that.
Why can't you just be you?
But you learn that with age too, right? So
I've always been different. I've
Me
always
too.
been a fucking weirdo.
Me too.
I've never been a normie and I never will.
This is why we're friends. So Kashki said, the answer is extremely obvious. Break up with this girl and find a bigger girl who better fits your ideal. There are literally billions of girls out there, all with different attractions, fetishes, etc. Yeah. You'll find someone who likes you for who you are and vice versa. I hope this thread is the push you need because honestly, you can't not realize what you need to do here. And then Jingle Moon says, sorry, it just looks like your girlfriend is not the right person for you and you are not the right person for her. I'm astounded that with the levels of obesity you encounter in the US these days, you would choose a super slim girl to whom you are not physically attracted. It just isn't going to work out if she wants to lose weight and you desperately want to put on more. It's just mathematically not possible to maintain sexual interest with opposite tastes. Now, I will say that he didn't say whether he was in the States or not. So that's something I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I don't know about other cultures.
I mean, obesity in general all over the world is an epidemic right now.
Yeah.
It is the leading killer right now is the American diet.
Yeah. Over
smoking and everything else that we do in life. The standard Northwestern American diet is the largest killer right now of 11 million per year.
Yep. It doesn't help that there's a fucking fast food joint or a donut shop on every fucking corner either.
Yep.
So OP responds to that. But I guess what I'm asking is whether or not my ideal, quote unquote, sexual relationship is even feasible. That's not English. Feasible. I mean, honestly, what are the chances of meeting a woman who wants the same sexual things that I want? Very low. I kind of feel like I should just try to repress the fetish and be happy with what I have, if that makes sense. Yeah, but if you're never going to be sexually satisfied, then you can't. There's no way you can do this for the rest of your life.
No. You're literally just repressing who you are, which
if you're going to repress
last.
it, then be celibate.
Yeah.
Because if you're not having a good time, your partner isn't going to have a good time either. So, yeah.
Energy exchange is everything.
This person says, oh, honestly, maybe you should. No. You're an idiot. No. Yeah.
No. There's fetishes for everything. You will find someone, you just gotta look. Do not settle for what does not make you happy.
So some of the comments are not here, but judging by what I'm reading, I guess people were telling him to go to therapy, which Why? I don't know if therapy is going to help you, and I don't think you need therapy.
Why do you need therapy? Because you like a chunky belly. There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
That doesn't make you...
But that he wants belly play during sex, like...
What?
What is that, like kissing all over the belly? Like thin people do that too. Kiss up and down the belly.
Or even grabbing it or what?
Yeah, like anything.
There's nothing wrong with that. You don't need fucking help.
No, you don't need help. I promise you, anyone who may listen to this, who might have this fetish, if you find a bigger girl, or any girl actually, and you approach this subject, I'd say 7 times out of 10, the girl's going to go, okay.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's just my belly. Touch me anywhere when we're having sex.
This one's just kind of more miserable and stuck up. And
I think he's got this girlfriend has really turned his mind on that. Maybe it's gross. It's gross.
It's not.
And it's not.
A human body is a human body. We can love every piece of it how we choose.
And truly, when you're having sex, touch me pretty much fucking anywhere. And it's going to be good.
Yeah.
You know?
If the energy is connecting and everything is flowing, it really doesn't matter.
Yep. True that.
People are stupid. Therapy. Like, what?
Wow.
I've never needed therapy if I want to kiss my boyfriend's belly. Or grab it.
No.
What? You're fucking insane.
People are giving him the way wrong advice here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's a fetish I personally have never heard of. And I read a lot about a lot of shit. So this is True Off My Chest from 8 months ago. It's from the subreddit True Off My Chest. And it's M over flood. That's EM over flood.
Okay.
Is the OP. Hello, 32 male.
What's the title?
My weird kink is ruining me mentally. So, disclaimer, topic is about a sexual kink. I need some place to write about this since I don't have anyone to talk to about this subject. When I was about 14, I realized that I have this special liking towards balloons.
Oh, God.
Especially the larger ones. I'm hetero, and a woman is first priority when it comes to sexuality/relationship, but it's something I'd like to include. I've tried for a long time to find someone like-minded who's into balloons as well, and with whom I could share this with. But without luck. I didn't even mention it in past relationships, except the last one I had, because I'm still very much ashamed about it. Obviously, a grown man who likes balloons that way. Well, I mean, a kink is a kink.
It is a little weird and unusual to me, but there's fucking people that like weird cartoon porn where tentacles are going inside of sorts of places. So, yeah, I mean, balloons is not far-fetched. No,
balloons is very tame compared to some fucking kinks out there.
It's not far-fetched at all. I mean, it's fucking weird, and I'm not into it, but...
No, I'm not into it, but, I mean, to each their own. As long as you're not hurting anyone, fucking go for it. My last girlfriend knew about it and was kind of okay with it, but not really. So I didn't bother her with it, but it made me increasingly unhappy, and we eventually parted ways. Not because of that specifically, but that didn't help either. I've since realized, or maybe it got to the point because I'm so alone with it, that it's very important to me to be able to share and experience it with a partner. So I'm open about it on dating apps and even a kink dating app. However, I don't have any luck at all. The only women who pretend to be into it are some random OF people. That's OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Some random OnlyFans people who want to make money off of it.
Yeah. They want to make money off of you, so they'll do whatever the fuck you want them to.
Yeah. I'm living with depression for a long time now, and this kink is making it worse and harder to keep on going with my life. I know I'm not alone in this. Facebook has some lunar, like balloon lunar, groups which mostly consist of men and women are understandably quiet because there are some real assholes who immediately spam any female participants. Well, that's any fucking group any woman goes into, unfortunately.
Women are fucking harassed in every which way and shape and form of the word all throughout life.
Yep.
No matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, no matter what the subject, no matter what the group, we are always harassed.
It's true. I keep filling this hole in my heart by buying more balloons and at least imagine someone with me. It's sad, and honestly, I feel pathetic. I don't choose to have this, and while it can fill me with immense joy to be looning, quote unquote, it's more of a curse. I'm seriously lost and feel unworthy / abnormal in this society. If you've taken the time to read this, thank you very much. I don't know what I expect from posting this, but I think it's good to write it out, even if it's just a short version.
Yeah, I feel kind of sad for this person, actually. I think in this case you do need therapy because it is ruining your mental health and causing increased depression beyond what you already had. So this case, I think you do need therapy. But there's 8.3 billion recorded humans on this planet. That doesn't include all the ones people are having in trash cans and in dumpsters and in the backseat of cars and in third world countries where we're not recording them. There's gotta be other people that are into this.
Yeah.
There has to be.
Well, somebody made that group on Facebook.
Yeah, so there's gotta be people. So I think definitely some therapy to help with the depression, but I'm sure you're gonna find a person.
And to help to come to terms with this kink.
And be okay with it.
Yeah, or fetish. It. Yep, exactly.
And make it so you don't think there's something wrong with you for it.
Yeah, because there's not.
It is unusual, but it can't be unheard of.
But when you think about it, people are like utterly terrified of balloons too, and that's unusual. So I can't imagine being scared of a balloon. But anyway, so Sensifoy says, I'm kind of curious about the specifics, not gonna lie. Right? Is it the kind of party balloons we blow air inside? Gym balls, which can support people? Those bubbles we get inside and use to safely tumble and fall? Sorry if my questions are misplaced and or cause more harm than good, but I'm actually curious. So OP responds.
Me too. Like, what do you do with the balloons?
I was too, yep.
Like, what?
Pardon me. Hey there. Thank you for your comment. Don't worry, it's all good. Your first guess was on point already. It's about the latex balloons which are used at parties. The ones I prefer are large, from 16 inches all the way to 100 inches, and larger and various shapes. There are lunar-specific online shops which have lunars as their main target customers. The plastic inflatables you mentioned are interesting to me as well, but it's mostly about the latex balloons. So another comment. As far as kinks go,
what do you do with them?
Yours is a pretty tame fetish. I know it can be hard finding like-minded people around kinks, and that can feel depressing and even a little shameful. FetLife is a pretty big kink site with people across the world, and it's free. I'm almost positive you can find someone to at least start a supportive conversation with. Your kink is valid, beautiful, and worthy of appreciation.
Yeah. Well
this
said.
person's cool, yeah. OP responds, thank you very much for your kind words. You say it exactly like it is. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm already on Fet. I don't know if it's the same one. Purple app logo with a green heart. Nope. So far, I didn't have much luck, but it might be because the user base, Switzerland, is rather small. No, that's not FetLife. FetLife doesn't have an app. Other companies make apps and pretend to be FetLife to trick people into using them. You can only access FetLife from a browser. And this person's from Oslo. And I guess it's a pretty big amount of people from Oslo, so Switzerland is going to have a pretty big amount of people. OP says, thanks a lot for correcting that. I had no idea, but I found FetLife now and made an account. While it wasn't a complete scam, this Fet app did appear to be full of fakes and nothing ever happened, at least for me.
Yeah, FetLife is an actual website. I know because I first typed it in when somebody told me about it, like, just under a month ago I learned about it. Yep.
Yeah.
And I typed it in, saw the browser, and then closed the window because I'm like, I'm not really into even having a conversation with people.
Yeah.
So.
Basil2863 says, come on, dude, tell us what you like to do with the balloons. Me old China says, yes, I'm curious too, but not in a disrespectful way. See, I'm not going to be like, ew, dude.
No, I want to know what you like about the balloons.
OP responds, thank you for asking. I'm listing it up because it's a bit easier than to write sentences. These are bullet points, okay? Mm-hmm. Inflating a balloon by mouth or pump, seeing a woman inflating one is a pleasant sight for me. When they're starting to be overinflated, example, neck visible on the balloon.
So like if I was making a balloon arch?
Yeah.
With
that guy would have been like
165 balloons, you would have been jizzing all over the place? That's fantastic. Yeah. I would do that for somebody.
So would I. What's a big deal?
Weird, but it's interesting.
Feeling the latex on the skin, be that by just holding/hugging it or sitting, riding, laying on top of it.
I can see
I don't know if I want to ride a balloon, but I'll lay on one or fucking sit on one or something. The squeaky sounds that happen when touching it or sliding over it with your hand or other body parts.
I don't get that, but whatever.
The smell of the latex. I can't. Yeah. I can't agree with you there, but I can't stand that smell.
Latex is gross.
Yeah. The sheer sight of very large balloons. Okay.
It's really not that weird.
No.
Whatever.
Testing their limits with body weight/hugging. Okay, who among us as a child hasn't sat on a balloon to see if it would fucking pop?
Right? Or squeezing one until it pops.
Yeah, just do it as an adult. That is not a big ask for a partner.
Anybody could do that. Yeah, sure, it might not turn the girl on, but why wouldn't you just do it because it turns your partner on? It's super simple.
Yeah.
You really don't have to try that hard to get this motherfucker off. That's the easiest life ever.
Yep.
Stepping on a balloon or blowing up a balloon or fucking squeezing it while you're naked. Like, that's the easiest fucking boyfriend to have on the planet.
Blowing up a balloon. Like, okay.
Yeah, then I can get back to my life and doing dishes and living life real quick.
Yeah.
So simple.
I'm right in the middle of a chapter. Can we make this quick? Give me the balloon. Not the 100-inch one. Give me the 16-inch one.
Yeah, and I will blow that motherfucker up 7 times if you need me to. The first time's the hardest.
I just keep balloons around the house. I'm busy tonight, honey. Just go feel one of those.
Yeah, just touch it. This seems real simple.
Yeah, it's real simple, and there's nothing to be ashamed of with this.
No,
there really
not at
isn't.
All. This causing you depression? No. Go get that sorted out and just fucking let your freak flag fly.
Fucking A. What also feels amazing to me is sitting/laying on one while it is being inflated. That would be interesting. I would do that.
I think that'd be really hard to inflate it.
That would be really hard to do. But if you're doing it with a pump?
Yeah, a person couldn't blow it up while you're sitting on it. It just wouldn't happen.
That would be interesting to me. That'd be like laying on a fucking... one of those inflatable beds while it's inflating.
Yeah? I never thought of that. You'd need a pump, though. It wouldn't be able to be a person.
Oh, fuck no. I hope I didn't shock you with these infos. Thanks for being interested.
Not even a little bit.
And this Basil says, it's unusual, but pretty tame, so no shock here.
Yeah, like, so simple.
Federal Donut says, I love some of these fucking handles. This all seems super manageable, not trying to diminish your situation, of course, especially since it doesn't involve harm to any participant. I know plenty of men and women who are willing to accommodate/participate in their partner's kinks, even if they aren't specifically into that themselves, like we were just saying. Doing something that turns your partner on can be an enjoyable thing in itself. Of course. Just
knowing that I turn somebody else on turns me on.
Of course. When you're doing something and your partner's moaning or something, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it makes you want to do it more.
Yeah. I would stop letting this kink be the main focus in finding a partner. Find someone who is suitable in general and slowly introduce them to your kink. I guess it depends on whether you need to have balloons involved in every sexual interaction you have, since that can be a bit much. But maybe
every time.
You never know.
There's plenty of us weirdos out there. I'm sure it wouldn't be a hard ask.
Yeah. I don't, it's not a weird, it's a little odd because we've never heard of it before, or I haven't,
but
have you?
In terms of intensity or like
it's fucking tame, dude.
It's fucking lame.
It's balloons.
Yeah.
It's not like you're saying, I really like to cut people with fucking knives. That gets me off. Then it's like, you need someone very specific for that.
Yeah.
But balloons, holy fuck, man. Nah.
It's really basic.
I'd get on board with balloons. No problem. All right. Da, 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 da. All right. So, just a bit of a trigger warning here. There is bodily...
This one's a savage one?
Functions involved in this one.
Great.
This is from 6 years ago. r/relationship advice is where it's coming from. And it's a throwaway. My 26 female, boyfriend, 35 male, is destroying our relationship with his weird fetishes.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
It sounds like you're in the wrong relationship already.
A year ago, I had given my boyfriend a book bag to use for work. I didn't think much of it until a few months later I discovered it stashed away in the closet being unused. That's fine, right? But the kicker is, it smelled bad. When I inspected inside
the bag?
Yeah. Just like a backpack. I imagine that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. This was absolutely shocking to me. Oh, no, sorry. It smelled bad. When I inspected inside the book bag, to my horror, I found an adult diaper. And yes, it was used.
Okay, piss, shit, or both?
She doesn't say, but it smelled really bad, so I'm guessing shit. This was absolutely shocking to me, and I didn't even make the connection at first between why something like that could possibly be in there. So naturally, I confronted him about it. He was extremely apologetic and went to clean it up right away, avoiding most questions. After pushing the issue for a couple of days, he eventually confessed that he has a fetish for adult diapers, which at that point was something I was kind of expecting after thinking about finding that in there.
Yep.
I'm not a very judgmental person, but this was absolutely jarring for me to hear. He really didn't seem like the type of person with a diaper fetish. But, so what? You can't really help what you enjoy, and if he enjoys that, whatever. I didn't want a part in it, but if he wanted to do that in his free time away from me, then he could knock himself out. My boyfriend and I have a very healthy relationship, and I love him very much. He is certainly the oldest person I have ever dated before, but he checks all my boxes and is, by far, the best person I have ever been in a relationship with, period. He is someone that I would never want to lose and get along with very well, at least until the last couple of months. So, my boyfriend and I had a healthy sex life. I'm not very kinky, but he had told me before that he's into BDSM, which is fine for me. Maybe a few weeks after that incident, he started asking if we could incorporate new things into the bedroom.
Oh,
immediately, I was worried he would bring up diapers, as I really did not want to participate in that or engage in any way. Unfortunately for me, among the things he brought up, diapers were one of them. He basically explained to me that age play, quote unquote, what it was, and said he wanted either me or him to role play as essentially a baby that wears diapers.
That's weird.
Yep, this was immediately repulsive to me. Me too, dude. I refused as politely as possible, but after a solid week or so of wearing me down, he eventually convinced me to do it. I decided that I would wear the diapers because I didn't have to use them, and I'm usually the sub in bed anyways. It's what I prefer. I'm a relatively open person. I was willing to try it. Once, in capital letters.
If you were pretending to be a senior citizen in a diaper, that'd be more acceptable to me.
Oh, yeah.
I still don't like it.
Because you're an adult.
But pretending to be an infant in a sexual scenario grosses me the fuck out.
Yeah, and maybe check his devices.
Yeah, that says to me that you're interested in babies.
Yeah, that's gross.
That has a terrifying slippery slope attached to it that I'm not okay with.
Right, me either.
Possibly.
After a very strange encounter in bed, I decided that I, in fact, did not like it. Unfortunately, he kept bringing diapers and other strange shit into the bedroom. He kept asking me to use the diapers, which I refused, and just kept on trying to push me out of my comfort zone. He's not usually a pushy person, but on this he is. I have sat down and talked to him, but nothing is working. We don't ever have normal sex anymore, and it is always some kind of sick, perverted game. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I really do love him, but this is incredibly draining, and it is for sure straining our relationship. That before was flawless. I don't know if it was flawless before.
If you didn't know about any of this, that tells me that your relationship was not as open and as trusting as it seemed.
And he obviously does not click all your boxes or check all your boxes.
No, he definitely doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Anything to do with babies is a big red flag to me.
Me too.
There's something about it that I can't fucking align with.
It's very unsavory.
Even if it's them being the baby or something, I don't know. It's gotta.
I could not role play.
No.
As being the baby, I could not role play as my partner being the baby.
I could see you being a senior citizen in like an adult diaper in a wheelchair or something. That could be a scenario you could want. I'm not interested.
At least it's an adult.
It's a fully consenting grown adult. Anything under the age of 18. I won't even fucking bother with anything that's even 5 years younger than me, 10 years younger than me. And that's still like 29 years old is 10 years younger than me. Like, you're a child. Get the fuck out of here. No.
I had an ex that wanted me to dress in the little kilt thing, like little like Catholic schoolgirls, you know? And I was like, no. Listen, I'll do the maid thing,
you want me to be the maid? You want me to be the fucking, somebody coming
the
to
tennis instructor or something?
Or the fucking piano teacher? That's different. We're all grown-ups in that scenario. But anything underage is hard pass.
I'm not doing that. Nope.
Pass. So, I think you should just not be in a relationship with this person, it sounds like to me.
He tells me he's not willing to have vanilla sex or anything close to it as he, quote, just doesn't want to, unquote. I just want to go back to normal sex and a normal, healthy relationship. Well, if he's saying that he's not budging on this,
no,
and you're not willing to budge on it, then it's over. It is over. This person says if he can't respect your boundaries, then you two shouldn't be together. If you say no, he needs to respect that and not continue pushing. She says, the thing is, other than this, he really is perfect for me. Really? Isn't there anything I can do to negotiate?
No.
Person
Unless
responds,
you're going to negotiate getting him a whore who will do this baby stuff for him.
Yeah.
And then continues to be happy with you wanting normal sex, which it doesn't seem like he's going to be.
He doesn't want vanilla
sex. It's eventually going to fall apart.
Yep. This person responds, he isn't perfect for you if he is not respecting your boundaries. There is a quote I've seen in the BDSM community online, quote, the sub draws the lines and the dominant colors inside those lines. That's very true. The sub is always the one in charge. If you have said no and you still give in to him, you will end up resenting him for doing things you don't actually want to do. You will also end up resenting yourself for letting him continue. If you do decide to continue and let him go out of the lines, then you need to have a safe word, and as soon as that safe word is said, he needs to stop. And that word can be used at any time, whether it's in the middle of sex, or if it is to stop him badgering you about trying things and not listening to you say no.
Well, and I just don't think he should have to change what he likes to...
No.
Even though I think his fetish is fucking disgusting and inappropriate. He has
but we have all heard of this fetish
He
before,
has the divine right as a human being to like what he likes, and he shouldn't have to curb that for somebody else. I think you two are both in the wrong relationship.
I agree with you, the divine right to like what he likes, except for pedophiles.
Yeah, well, you know
you
what I mean.
You don't get that, right?
This is a fetish. It's not a reality.
Yeah.
You're not
I just want to point that out.
No, I think pedophiles are disgusting, and I think they should all be euthanized immediately.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts. But in terms of the fetish world, you have the right to like what you like.
I keep telling them. No. I keep saying all pedophiles should be put on Snake Island.
Yeah. You have the divine right to like any weird fucking fetish you like behind closed doors with consenting grown-ups. But we shouldn't be made to suppress that or not like that because our partner does it. We should find a partner that's okay with that.
Yeah. So she says he's brought up using them, like safe words, and that's the main thing he keeps talking about. Is that even... Oh, no, diapers, I guess. Is that even sanitary? I'm pretty sure you can get a UTI from that. I think babies would get UTIs from that then, especially little girls. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think that's the thing.
Yeah,
I think you're just finding an excuse why you don't want to use a diaper. You should just find a new partner.
I can't possibly imagine myself doing something like that before, and it disgusts me. But I'm terrified of losing him. Your advice is really helpful, though. Thank you. We do have a safe word, and I will use it more actively. You're terrified of losing him.
Why? Like I said, there's 8.3 billion registered humans on this planet. You think there's no other man out there that will love you? That will provide all the things a relationship requires without wanting to wear a diaper? That doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like he's pushing and pushing and pushing, not respecting boundaries. She's terrified of losing him. Is this a codependence thing? Does she not have a job? Is she relying on him for everything?
Maybe.
We don't get into that here, but that would make a little more sense. Why he's being so pushy and she's terrified of losing.
I don't know.
Him.
Maybe she can't survive on her own. A lot of people can't.
That's
a lot
true.
of people stay in relationships that they shouldn't be in just because they're financially dependent on the person.
Yeah. Oh, you can't get UTIs from using diapers, otherwise babies would always have UTIs, providing you don't sit in it for hours on end, and you can clean yourself properly after, you'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking, girls get fucking UTIs so easily, because our urethras are tiny. Well, you know about that. Sorry.
Are they?
Compared to a man's, our urethras are pretty tiny.
Apparently they're bigger than men's, but have you ever had a bunch of wires shoved up your fucking urethra, Franklin? Because I can tell you right now, it's tiny. And it doesn't feel good.
Yep. But he couldn't fucking fit the thing up there. Up her urethra, Franklin, and all she was asking for was respect.
Right? Fucking asshole.
That was a terrible dad joke.
And he's the one doing the surgery, too.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. You could have come out with no pee hole.
My pee hole is going to not exist anymore.
Yeah.
Never mind. Fucking hurt.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, let's do this one.
More?
This one's from 5 days ago.
Very fresh.
Yeah. 5 days ago. This is from r/off my chest. Let's see here.
Title?
Wait. Where'd you go? There you are. Sorry, guys. Husband's fetish has destroyed my desire for him, and this is labeled not safe for work.
Nice.
My husband and I, it's a relatively short one, okay?
Yeah.
My husband and I are in our 40s, 3 teenage kids. Maybe 3 years ago or so, he started watching, quote-unquote, hot wife porn. If you don't know what that is, it's where a guy lets his wife have sex with other men, usually while he watches. So, cuckold porn. He wants to be a cuckold.
Which is very fucking normal in terms of fetishes.
Yep. And the wife really enjoys it in the movies. I'm not into this at all. I told him so, and he said, it's okay, it's just my fantasy. I thought it would blow over, but here we are, years later, and he's still into it, and it is incessant, all in capital letters. Every time we get intimate, he brings it up. He begs me to try it and gets angry when I keep saying no and hold my ground. He asks over and over and over again why I won't do, quote, just this one thing, unquote, for him. He randomly sends me graphic nudes of other men while I'm working, asking, what about this one? And I ignore him. He'll also sit with me on the bed to scroll through super explicit dating sites asking me, pick one, until I get upset. He'll also download porn of women who look like me saying, see how she enjoys it? Why can't you? Sometimes I cry or get really angry because I'm so frustrated and grossed out. He's yelled at me, called me all sorts of insults, and even threatened to cheat on me or kick me out because I won't cooperate.
Whoa, bro.
He takes videos without my consent and tells me he won't post them, then pleads with me that, quote, everybody should get to see you, unquote. Last year I found a hidden camera in my bedroom, and he said he didn't ask because he knew I'd say no. And still, I'm scared to leave him. I keep hoping this will get better. My self-esteem is absolutely in the toilet, and I cringe whenever he tries to touch me. I just don't want to give up. Like I said, we have kids, but I think I'm going insane because he sees nothing wrong with his behavior. Okay, there are so many fucking red flags in this one.
Well, I mean, at first, before it started to get weird there, I was like, bitch, why don't you want the opportunity to have sex with any man you want?
Mm-hmm.
Most people in regular-ass monogamous relationships would fucking kill for that.
But some people are, like, so fucking monogamous.
There's that, too. But it's like, why wouldn't you at least want to try it? But with the pushing and the pressing and the fucking name-calling and all that other shit, it's like, bro, leave quick.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you don't know what he has on you now if there's been hidden cameras. Not without consent, it's fucking rude.
Yeah.
No matter who
That's
it
a
is.
crime without consent. That's a fucking crime.
So she could probably have him arrested if she wanted to. But
and getting mad at her for having boundaries? No. Threatening to cheat on her? Sending her naked pictures of men?
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, we'd be fine with that. But
I'd be like, really? You let me have him? Would you watch?
Wait, how big is that? No.
Can we have it, please?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be kind of thrilled about
Honey,
that.
I want you to have sex with another man. Okay.
Do I get to pick, and is it Jason Derulo? Yes?
Oh, God.
That'd be
funny.
kind of interesting, I think.
Do I get to pick, and is it Cillian Murphy?
Right?
What was I going to say? Yeah, but she's already expressed, like, don't send me pictures of nude dudes.
Yeah. Once you say
once you set a boundary.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
But so many red flags here. Mm-hmm. Like, he's getting angry at you, threatening to cheat on you, keeps pushing for
threatening to kick you out. Yeah, leave.
And just because you have kids doesn't mean you should stay.
Nope.
This sounds like this is bordering on fucking abuse right here. Mm-hmm. And crime. Mm-hmm. So, not cool.
Not cool.
Ophelia Mum says, don't stay with him, quote unquote, for the kids. This is not the type of relationship they should see modeled. Truly.
Exactly.
If you do start divorce proceedings, tell your children you explain the finer details to them when they're adults themselves. Explain there are some things that younger teens just don't need to know at this time. Find a therapist office that you can all go to, you and the kids, with different providers. Usually you can't all see the same therapist. Yeah. Narwhal Platypus says, please, if one of your children came to you and said, Mom, my spouse is secretly recording me in my bedroom and threatening to post it online, would you tell them to stay with their spouse for the kids?
No.
I sure hope not.
Fuck no.
So don't fall into the same trap. Your marriage sounds over, and frankly, what your husband is doing is illegal. Get out and get therapy for everyone. Yeah, and everyone's like, yeah, do it like ASAP. Yeah, do it like yesterday, dude, because...
Yeah.
Nope. That ain't good. And if you have sons, your sons are going to learn from this dude's fucking behavior. You don't want that. And if you have daughters, your daughters are going to learn to accept this type of behavior from men. And you don't want that.
Right? It's fucking weird and gross. Like, I think it's cool. If I had a monogamous partner that would want to do that, I think that's fucking sweet.
Yeah, I don't know if I could, actually, but... in a relationship, I don't think it. If I was in a relationship, if we were just casually dating or something, maybe. But if I was in a full-blown relationship, no. I couldn't. Because I'm one of those people who is like, like really fucking monogamous. So
I've always been monogamous.
If it was a threesome, yes.
I've always been monogamous, but I've always been interested in not being. Mm-hmm. I've never actually gone through with it.
Yeah.
But I think
everybody has those thoughts, though, Hannah. I don't think
it'd be really interesting.
Yeah.
To be allowed to.
Yeah.
But only with my partner present. So, like, I feel comfortable and I feel safe. And I wouldn't want to be with both of them together.
Yeah.
Like, if you would allow me to be with another man and you were there and you were watching and I knew that my person was there, so if anything occurred that I didn't like, they would be there to intervene and be there for me. But I don't know if I would actually be able to until that scenario came around. Like, I've always been very monogamous as well.
Yeah.
I've never even been in a threesome.
You have, yeah.
So, I have not.
Like 3 or 4 times. No, but it's always been with me, another girl, and the guy. I could not do a threesome with 2 guys.
With 2 girls.
Yeah, I couldn't do it with 2 guys because of and that's just because of my past. Because I feel like I could fight off one dude, but I can't fight off 2.
I would only be with one at a time. Like, I would not be able to do 2. Like, it's really not something I've been interested in.
Yeah, I would like to try it, but I can't. I can't bring myself to do it because I feel so unsafe. But yeah, anyway, that's our...
anyways, we got a little too off the handle there. A little private, a little public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the fetishes today, my loves.
Yeah.
We went about an hour. That's pretty good.
I think so.
And you learned a lot about us.
Learned a lot of weird shit.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but this is what we're like. We're very open. We're not going to hold back. We're very direct women. Yeah, we don't hold back. Ask us a question, we're going to tell you the fucking truth. It doesn't matter what the question is. Within reason. I mean, like, you can't really ask me what my vagina looks like, because I'm not going to tell you.
That's weird.
But, yeah, well, would you tell someone?
No.
Well, it looks kind of like this,
It looks like a vagina.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard.
Well, vaginas do look a lot different.
Yeah, there's only like 5 types, though.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah. But, yeah. But if you ask me, like, what's your favorite position? I'm going to tell you. Something like that.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, sometimes you're not going to want to know the extent of what I tell you.
You're going to be like, please stop, for the love of God.
Yes.
Too much.
That's fucking funny. Oh, my God. So, yeah, that is Reddit fetish.
Shall I get on with it?
Yes.
Onward and upward?
Do.
Well, thank you for tuning in today. We explored love, Locktober, and other things.
Locktober. Oof.
The belly boy.
Belly boy.
The balloon loon.
I love that.
The diaper baby.
Ugh.
And the cuckold creep.
Ugh.
If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, follow, drop us a like.
Do it.
And if you would like to help fund our toxicity, jump on over to Ko-fi.com/toxispod.
Do it if you can.
Next week, I believe we will be discussing a true crime.
Yes.
So don't miss it. And as always, we will see you then, baneful brethren.
We appreciate you. We love you. Bye.